Okay, ladies, gentlemen, other beings, hopefully we should be live and sounding good. This is Will Spinks over at the Endgames studio. We are playing Playtest Episode 2 of Icon. The new RPG from the creators of Lancer and Kill 6 Billion Demons, which you're probably familiar with if you are watching this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Kill 6 Billion Demons is a webcomic that's free on the internet, and it's one of the best I've ever read. You should literally stop the stream and go watch it right now.
Yep. Catch the replay on YouTube.
Yeah, well, the VOD's going to be on YouTube. It'll be on Twitch for 2 weeks. You're good. Gotta read Kill 6 Billion Demons. Super good. Okay, so, to quickly summarize, Icon is a game about heroes in an idyllic post-apocalyptic world where once Arkanright's incredible Magitech wizards ruled the world until they brought upon themselves their own doom and their civilization collapsed into the ground, leaving a pastoral, Breath of the Wild Hyrulean landscape filled with ancient dangerous ruins that sometimes disgorge monsters. And of course, that same landscape is dotted by heroes ready to go up in them ruins and fight whatever's in there to get treasure and experience, as is our ancient way with the Dungeons and the Dragons. I'm going to go around the horn and introduce my characters. This is Nadia. Talk about who you're playing.
All right, so I'm playing Nausicaa. They are a Trog Islander. They are big in every way. Very warm, very loud. And also the healer, sort of. So the Mendicant.
Mendicant
Seer, who uses tarot cards to bestow both blessings and detriments to their teammates.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Brendan. Thanks for coming out. So yeah, this is the character art. Character art credit, all credit goes to the creator of Icon. The maps I made myself, and there's some other stuff that's watermarked with the appropriate artist, for those of you who are curious. Tom, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Dallas. I am the group's tank. I am a Thrin Islander who's a mercenary veteran of several wars.
Heck yeah. This is Dallas next to the waif child that he rescued.
Yes.
We'll get into this.
Because apparently I'm the only one who remembers we have to rescue a child.
We'll get into the specifics of what's happening once we finish introducing Cass's character.
Now,
I'm playing Fel Coppola, a veiled gunslinger.
Hell yeah.
We have no idea what Fel is.
Nope.
Your whip looks like a tapeworm.
Don't worry about it. I've got an electrified chain whip and some guns. And last session I could teleport. I can't do that anymore.
1.2 dropped, no teleporties. Unless we are incorrect about teleports. Let us know in the comments.
Said it very specifically there. It doesn't here anymore.
Oh, no.
But my other abilities, I think, make up for that. I can shove people around a bit more.
Also, your attacks in general. Light attacks now automatically deal 1 damage on a miss. So that's super relevant. Mm-hmm. A bunch of abilities got changed. The most important one is how damage scaling works. Mm-hmm. So you have light, heavy, and critical, which is what we had before. So if your damage gets boosted, it goes up to the next tier. And then there is another tier above critical, which is quote-unquote godly damage, which ignores resistance, ethereal, literally everything,
armor,
and just straight wrecks the people for damage. So there's a non-zero number of ways that these characters can get to that tier of damage. They have some abilities that do it, and then if you get a crit, if you're already doing critical damage and it gets upgraded again, that becomes godly damage.
I think Nausicaa just got rewarded for being born.
Nausicaa from the maybe Ghibli reference? I mean, for sure it's a Ghibli reference. One of the inspirations of Icon is Studio Ghibli-style movies. To wit! The party entered into a recently emerged Arkan ruin after a lost child who was kidnapped by these ancient, ethereal, sort of neon zombies that I remember I learned the name of today and then immediately forgot.
Necrons?
They're Necrons.
The Cryptex. We'll call them Cryptex. It seems fine.
They're Necrons.
I gotta know the actual name. I feel bad that I don't know it off the top of my head. 1 second while I research this. Okay, so Screaming Demons, that's not it.
One of the really nice things I like about Icon, not to be mistaken with Icons, which is the superhero RPG, Icon made very sure and very specifically
Relics.
highlight that monsters are monsters and not people.
Oh yeah, so Relics is the name of these creatures.
Nice.
They're sort of necronic type undead bound to ancient artifacts, sort of neon green ghosts. And they are unambiguously bad. They will kill and maim. They don't have
they're
they
Necrons.
can't be reasoned with. They're not human or sentient in any way. So there's no moral ambiguity here.
I never even thought to stop to ask.
Yeah, no.
I mean, yeah, we don't have to.
I didn't start this war.
Sure as hell gonna finish it though.
You found a way to do it. You found a way to make killing these things evil again. I'm glad. So the party found their way into this gigantic cube structure that emerged out of the ground. They battled through some relict soldiers and then found a control panel, which good old your boy Dallas over there immediately slapped without making any kind of roll. He just pushed the button.
Yeah, I have to save a child.
He did save the child. The control panel immediately deconfigured back into the structure, which is just an infinite fractaline gear cube. So you're inside of a cube. All the walls are gears. There are platforms moving from place to place. When you did that, you definitely felt a liminal shift. You moved from what is considered normal reality to definitely somewhere else. Also, all 4 of the doors, I'll point out the door situation here. Immediately, the light emerging from them changed to these different and specific colors, and the control panel that you were in replaced itself with these 2 hexagons, one of which you are standing on, and you have the immediate primal knowledge that you sometimes get when you pick up a magic item. You're like, oh, I know exactly how this works because it's magic. You can descend downwards from this hexagon to an unknown area below. And you're guessing
You mean the loot zone?
You're guessing the one on the left probably goes up.
And then, if I remember correctly from the last game, the doors, like north, south, east, west of us, all show infinite numbers of us.
Yeah,
They're linked together.
If you look through one of the doors and you have like a sufficient ability to like squint far enough, you will eventually, like 400 feet away, see the back of your own head.
I see the back of my own head.
So yes, to confirm what
1,200
Cass
feet away 3 times.
immediately figured out is they are in a 4-dimensional hypercube.
Yep.
So they will. The way that this is going to work is that each room of the hypercube is unique and has treasures and monsters to fight. You have 2 rests, so you get elixirs. You re-get your elixirs when you rest, so you can spend an elixir to regain half your health. When you rest, you also regain all of your health and get rid of all status effects. For those of you who are not intimately familiar with hypercubes, we're talking about at least 8 rooms, maybe more. There is an exit to this place, another control panel that you guys can finagle to hopefully escape. I will also say that each room is going to produce a minimum of 1 dust, which is or a minimum of 3 dust, 1 for each of you. Dust is the arcane resource that the Arcane Rites use to power their devices, and it is both an arcane currency with which to craft things in the real world, and also a real currency with which to buy things in the real world. So you'll be able to upgrade your sort of retinue and your camp with it. When you eventually acquire magic items at level 2, you'll be able to upgrade those as well. I will additionally be generating 1 piece of Arcane Tech, which is just a one-shot magic item for you to use for each room that you complete.
Ooh.
So there is a fastest way through, but there is also maybe some value in exploring and getting more treasure and maybe risk-reward fighting some things. That being said, when the room made the shift, it immediately was populated by a bunch of scary relicts. So let's go through these real quick. You got some floaty, transparent ghost boys in the corner. They are very much ethereal, intangible, even.
Oh, fun.
Then you have these guys right here, which are sort of really crappy. They suck. They're not nearly as badass as the soldiers you fought before, as evidenced by the fact they have 1 hit point each.
Not even 9 points of armor. Not even Zerglings, they're broodlings.
Yeah.
They
might even die on their own eventually.
I bet that they can take at least 1 hit.
They do not have armor, and the
nice
rule that the relics usually have where when they would be destroyed, they go to 1 hit point instead, I'm going to be ignoring for these minions because that seems like a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah.
For chaff guys. So this game operates on the assumption that you guys have like perfect tactical information. So I will tell you that these dudes are immune. The floaty guys in the corners are immune to damage unless you're within 3 squares of them.
Oh.
They can also make more dudes on their turn.
No.
So these are relevant tactical concerns for you. We can go directly into combat now that we've sort of done our recap.
Did we get experience for the last bit?
Or dust?
You get 1 dust each. The way that experience normally works is you get experience through roleplay like Blades. But since this is just a combat funhouse dungeon, I have a different method by which you will be gaining experience, which thank you for reminding me. I will now start the Viewer Rewards Challenge.
Oh, right.
While he does that, for those that don't know how four-dimensional cube spaces work, we're in this space right here. If we go, that's 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, 300 feet away. That's the same room.
Yep.
Same thing going up or left or right. It'll eventually get you back to the same room.
Yeah.
What's in between might be different every time.
It's
Could be
almost
different
like Cass
four-dimensional
has an
space.
affinity for this.
Yes. I may have made this specifically to please Cass. We don't know.
You may have made this in another prior session that I
Also,
was not a
yes,
part
you
of.
consulted on the previous Hypercube iteration.
It's
so
fun,
you guys
it's awesome,
get
it's crazy,
to move
it's weird.
first because the way the Icon initiative works is players go, then monsters go, then players go, then monsters go until one team runs out, then the rest of the dudes just stack up and go. So how do you want to handle this, guys? What's the plan?
I feel like I want to grab the kid and just teleport down, but I feel like that's also the wrong move.
I mean...
I think we can take everything in this room just fine and catch our breath.
Snap!
What?
Jay Jamu just flexed super hard and leveled you guys up.
All right.
So when you get out, when you get to the dungeon or maybe to your next rest, you'll be able to purchase new abilities. I think it's during an interlude, so you're probably going to have to wait until you get out of this dungeon. But yeah, you will be advanced.
we continue being rewarded for
Thank you.
existing.
Yep, I'll take it.
Big flex from Jay Jamu. I figured that might happen, but I also didn't want to make it completely impossible for them to level up without Jay Jamu.
So we just... So where on the sheet do we fill this in?
Oh, so XP should be on the first sheet.
Right here. And it's like a clock.
Yeah, I actually am not
this
sure.
sheet.
It's on both sheets.
Yeah, it's a little wild.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is why I'm not worrying about it. You guys are going to get an advancement.
Yeah, it'll happen in
Yeah.
a time. But so we
what's
got
the
the
strat?
I
two
whistle.
boys in the corner there. Is everyone else just a little dirtbag?
Yes, there's 3 boys in 3 corners.
Okay.
Oh, we can take 3 boys.
Where am I?
Let me lock this layer. You are right here.
Not if they're cat boys.
Right there. And who's just south of me?
That is
I don't
gonna
know,
be
man.
Nausicaa.
They got
Okay.
sharp claws.
You want me to head on over, start beating the crap out of that one?
But where'd you get them pants?
You know,
I
the
feel
place.
like we should probably
That's what I
try
heard.
and stay close to each other. So if one of us gets like overwhelmed, another one of us can easily swoop in and, you know, save the other.
I think we're gonna start to just go clockwise around the room.
Sounds
kinda.
good.
Yep. All right.
All right, so you're gonna approach this creature, maybe like right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I should point out also that one of the things you guys got as part of 1.2 is pretty much everybody's speed went up. So I think you're at
Oh, wow.
5 now, Cass.
Ooh, where's
I'm
Yep.
at
Speed
4.
5,
Not
run
mine.
3-5. I got
Also,
2 elixirs.
Whistlefoes in chat says, I just got my vaccine yesterday and it's fucking
Congratulations.
me up.
Thank you.
Ass. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
made the right choice. Momentary suffering for group benefit is what's up. This is a
You
pro-vaccine
will feel
stream.
better tomorrow.
Guaranteed.
You will feel better. If you don't seek medical attention, they'll make you feel better.
Or don't.
No, dude.
We're not your parents.
We're not your parents.
Not your
no.
parents, but get vaccinated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get vaccinated. All right. So I would like to start to.
All right, as you approach within the 3 square threshold of this person's intangibility aura, they suddenly become solid. And you can shoot them.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I get 2 light attacks still.
Okay,
Or-
so this is one of the major changes with the system. You can't make the same. You can't make the same action twice, and you can only make 1 attack per round.
Okay. So. I think then I just use the chain.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's 2d8 if you hit,
Yeah.
and like 1d8 if you don't.
So what do I roll for hits on this one?
So it's always a d20 plus 1, because you got that plus 1 modifier to hit. And then if you hit, it'll be some amount of damage, and if you miss, I think it still does light damage.
So 13.
13 plus 1. Let me check this man's defense real quick. Yeah, that'll do it.
Cool.
So you're talking about your damage die is 2d8, right? For a heavy attack?
Yep, 2d8.
Excellent. This guy might just die.
4 and 4.
Okay, 8 damage. Not good for yonder right.
And that is. Let's read the things. On hit, deal heavy damage, miss light damage, critical damage, yada yada yada. He's not electrified yet.
Nope.
He will be. He's marked. Start your turn. Range 3. Fray damage as lightning. So the fray damage they take at the start of my turn if they're marked, is that electrified?
No. Electrified is a blight. That's a specific kind of status effect that says this person takes 1 damage each turn until this is resolved.
Okay. Does anyone else have the option to electrify people?
No.
No.
I do, but I'm not going to help you.
All right.
Alright, so what kind of symbol do you want for your mark, Cass?
We're doing yellow
It's like a
and
unicorn threw up in there.
a triangle.
Right?
A little triangle?
Yep.
Okay, 1 second.
Is that a base dice?
Yeah.
Alright. Make sure all my objects are grouped together.
I love the unicorn vomit dice.
Yes.
The whole thing is, it looks like the appropriate.
Alright.
It looks like you're reaching into a unicorn's stomach contents and like
God.
you're like a unicorn medical examiner.
Alright, so for
Unicorn coroner?
my
The
Yes.
appropriate adolescent.
That's our new
Unicorner.
simulator.
bedroom.
Unicorner.
for my dungeon master turn,
Unicorn?
I am going to have this guy go next because he will certainly die.
Mhm.
if he
Oh,
does not go.
Mm-hmm. Fight me, $5.
He is not going to fight you. Instead, he is going to use his repeatable 2 action, which means he can do it twice
Ooh.
to create 2 mobs.
Oh,
'cause That is
no.
what these guys do. So he will. You whip out with that flaming astral chain that is bound to your physical form as part of your pact with this angel, and strike him almost within an inch of his life. And the Arcanite raises both of its hands and conjures out of lightning from nothing 2 guys directly in front of you. It is 2 more of them little nasty men's with yonder swords.
They would.
Cass, I have one question.
Mhm.
Why is there a wallet at the end of your chain?
Why isn't?
Why isn't there a wallet?
Either way.
I don't know.
All
You
right.
know.
So that was my go. Who would like? Who would
Gotta
like
keep
to
it
go
somewhere.
next?
I feel like Dallas should go next because he's furthest away.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dallas
So,
can move.
Currently, I have the child next to you. Would you like to be holding the child? She is currently crying.
Yeah, I guess.
What kind of a statistic effect is that?
So it's more of an emotional state. This is a person who is profoundly upset and traumatized. So you're going to have to do some kind of work to get them to listen to you at this point. But you can throw them over.
I was
the
just saying, can I
shoulder.
just manhandle him?
Because this is a heroic adventure RPG, we're going to say that, yeah, you can just add this child to your inventory.
Get in the bag!
Get child.
So we'll do it like that.
You get the child.
I have the child.
Does
Does that make me the Mandalorian?
However, when you are hit, there is a 50% chance that the child will be struck.
I mean,
instead.
that's just a risk the child should have
The
assumed.
child will what?
The child will be struck instead.
Whoa!
Yeah, again, it's just a
Hey.
risk the child assumes.
These are the choices. Okay.
Don't really have any great options.
I hope it's sword throwing time.
No, because it goes in a line. So, like, I'm not on any of the right axes to hit people
Child throwing time.
within my 3 movement square radius.
Throw the child. They throw the sword.
No, other way around. Throw the sword and it throws the
We're back
child.
around to the child being upset and not taking like orders.
I guess I'm just gonna move towards Nausicaa.
All right. I think your movement speed's up
3.
to 4.
It's 3.
Okay. Say what?
Are we doing a giveaway for Star Cartel?
Yes, we are in fact doing a giveaway for Star.
Star Realms.
It's a sweet card game that we have certified used.
Right there.
If we get
Oh.
to 12 concurrent viewers, I will select
Behind
somebody at
that
random to give
second.
it away. Oh, you can't see from here. You see the 7th hero? It's directly behind that, underneath the stack.
Okay. Cool.
He can't see past the 1st and 5th through 5th
It's the
hero.
purple pink one. Yeah.
Yeah, just to show it off. Star Cartel, if we get to 12 viewers, you can have it. Share the channel with your friends. Tell them to get on in here, playing some role-playing games. Oh, yeah, also, by the way, there are channel rewards you can use for this game.
That
You can-
will affect us.
Yeah. You can give a boon to give anyone plus D6 on their rolls. And I've also reintroduced the steel chair. If you're not familiar with what the steel
Excellent.
chair does from Monster Manual, it confers an automatic
Don't
critical
don't
hit.
tell them what it does.
I feel like
Just
it's
make 'em
important
use it.
to
And
note
it
that
is
the
just
boons
making
and
them
the
use
chair
it.
can also be used on the monsters if you just want to
Correct.
fuck
Yeah,
with
if
us.
you just want to give bonuses to other people, you can totally do that.
We also have scientifically proven that a steel chair can have a steel
Okay,
chair.
I don't think I updated your sheet correctly. You do, in fact, have speed 4.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
on speed
nice.
4.
correction from chat. Much appreciated. Oh no!
Oh God.
For me?
Uh-oh.
For me to have?
Oh, no!
You didn't give it to me, Will.
All
That's
right,
cool.
immediately.
I'll allow it.
All right then.
Come on, we're old steel chair friends.
I guess I'll give it to one of these floaty guys that can shoot at things.
Fuck.
Let's
Why
see
not?
here.
He's gonna murk the kid right off the bat.
Well,
That has been my MO in the past, but I will point out for the people watching the stream, this is a Miyazaki movie inspired thing.
Yeah, and that's where tragedy and loss comes from.
I don't think typically children dying is part of that genre.
Did he write one
Will?
about
Will?
What's
Grave of the Fireflies
Yeah,
is Ghibli.
thank you.
Oh no!
Exactly, I was about to say that. Yeah, Grave of the Fireflies.
So
Bro.
stay tuned to find out. Is this Grave of the Fireflies?
Oh,
or is this
no!
any other Ghibli movie?
Porco Rosso.
It's Porco Rosso. It's Porco Rosso every time.
It's Porco Rosso every time you tell me it's time to roleplay.
All right, so that's your movement.
I'm
You
a
have
sad
one more-
pig.
You have one more square, I think.
Boot me down one.
And then what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna palm the child off to Nausicaa.
Okay.
Does this block
Nausicaa
her movement?
just
You're better at comforting people.
takes the child and just
Besides, he needs my help.
Yep.
just puts her on her shoulder.
I mean, you are real big.
Real big.
I have to like alley-oop her to
Just extremely big.
Yeah, she is profoundly upset. There's snot everywhere. It's terrible.
Oh no.
What's the % chance of the child taking a hit on Nausicaa?
Still
still
probably
50.
50.
Dang.
It's 49%.
Okay.
Can I?
All my percentile dice.
Can I
Every D10 is a percentile if you try.
temporarily lower my defense to give it to the child and decrease that percentage?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, cool. I'll be happy to take my defense down to 10 for that.
Okay. Yeah, I think probably how I'll resolve it is they'll just get a boon on attacking you.
All right.
All right. So that is their turn. So I guess I'm gonna have my guys go now. Let's see here. Movement for
movement,
this
that's it?
man's.
Yeah.
And throw baby.
Yeah. And then I'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
Now get out of my way.
Wow, these guys are very slow.
Oh no.
1, 2,
Oh.
3, dash. 1, 2, 3.
Go
Are
deal
we-
with that. I'll deal with the mobs.
Are we within range yet? 1, 2, 3. Does range go diagonally? I think it does. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but range I think goes diagonally, which means we can fire this. Oh my God! The relic has a steel chair. It's gonna go ahead and shoot at the tank. That seems reasonable.
It's clapping my cheeks.
So if we do hit, this will be an automatic
Rip.
crit as per the rules
Yep.
of the stream. This man
And he will hit, for that matter.
+2.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah,
We
that
got a
hits.
22.
Oh no.
So that's gonna be, I believe it's light damage, but it's automatically upgraded to a crit, so it's 3d6. It's
Oof.
gonna be 14.
Ooh.
That's I'm gonna say 10.
Hey,
And
good thing you handed off that child.
14, yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you have no idea how true that statement is, actually. Okay,
Steel chair has been used.
steel chair down. All right, so
Oh my gosh.
you guys, all
Oh
three of
my.
you guys have went, so now it's everybody else's go. All right, so we're gonna do some attacks. When these guys have multiple people adjacent, their attacks go from flurry damage to light damage. So they're gonna come at you. They got, I think, maybe a +1 to hit, probably worse. Yeah, just a +1. I got a 9 and a 14.
And what does that roll against again?
So it's your
Defense.
defense, which is gonna be right here.
My defense is 12.
Okay.
So one of them.
So one of them is gonna hit you for 4.
Cool. And I don't have any.
You don't have
other-
any armor, unfortunately.
I thought I had one last session, maybe, but I don't.
I think you're the one character who does not have armor.
Yep.
So that's their go. The rest of these dudes are going to pile in. 3, 4, 5, 6. How much can they move? That's pretty much their whole turn, is double moving. I think I may have also... Yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Does he go up
Oh,
or
no,
down a
it's-
room now?
His hit point. No, you only go up and down a room if you choose to do so. His 1 hit point got left behind. Put that back.
Is that really necessary given that they die otherwise?
Yeah, he really needs to keep track of that 1 hit point, otherwise he's going to be in serious trouble.
With the accounting bureau?
And this guy's going to dash as well. All right. That is the situation. Back to the top. Whoever wants to go next can go.
I think I'm the only one who hasn't gone.
Wait, did you not go?
No.
Oh, fuck. All right. Why don't you just go and then go again?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I totally skipped over you.
Heal me, please.
So what happens if I would like to take up a square someone's already on?
You can move through your ally squares, but you cannot occupy them, I believe, are the rules.
Okay.
Chat, correct me if I'm wrong.
There's no way to, like, shove them.
What do you want to accomplish? Do you want to push him? You want to push him forward so that you can like stand behind him as an action?
No. Heck. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and
I know if you go right here, you can fuck up a lot of people with that ability that you have.
yeah. But right now my immediate thought is we should probably heal Dallas. Yes.
Do you remember your? I remember your 2 armor. Never mind.
Yes.
No,
So we
I
agreed
did it,
on
yeah.
that.
Okay.
What are you at?
Is that 10?
14?
Yeah.
He's fine.
All right. I mean,
I'm at less than that.
oh,
So-
I mean, I would appreciate being healed. Don't listen to this
Okay,
fool.
well-
Yeah. The
let's
best.
see.
The
She's
best
gonna
healing.
go again so she can help you.
Yeah.
Just shoot everyone and then see if we need to heal
I say reverse that.
or reverse that. Yeah,
Also,
sure.
Whistle did use a boon. I believe.
Okay. I missed you using a boon. Yeah. Okay. Who do you? Let me know who you want the
I
boon to
believe
be
it's
for.
to Tom.
Well, dang.
No, you cannot give it to Tom as a negative. You have to pick someone to give it to.
I appreciate that though.
But
I
You're
mean,
taking the aggro from the monsters and chat.
I just want to point out, in the words of Omar, you take a shot at the king, you best not miss.
Okay, so what is Nadia's plan?
so I think. Oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, I made this encounter to be hard on purpose because I'm mean like that.
I thought you just were picking like different crossword puzzles and turning them into dungeons.
Yeah, I just rolled like 6d10 and picked a bunch of templates.
Because I don't want to head further into the fray because I might.
go through the blue
endanger
door.
this child.
So going
the
through,
child already endangered themselves by coming down here.
Damn, you guys are not as sympathetic towards the child as I thought you might be.
No, we're just a very litigious group of people.
I guess legally it would be the parents' responsibility.
Yeah, and they better compensate us,
So if
or
I,
we'll kill this
So
child.
if I put like a hand through the blue door, does it come out the?
No.
No.
So it goes into a separate room that you can't see the particulars of very well. There's like a weird Gaussian blur effect. I can give you some. I can check my notes on the blue room.
You put your hand through the door. It's in
Okay,
this room.
and it,
Then you
okay.
need to go through another. Then you're back in this room.
Oh God!
100 feet away, 200 feet, 300 feet.
Don't worry, guys. I got a plan. Leaves.
All right, nobody look at this.
Good.
All
That
right.
now you're learned.
Oh gosh.
All right, so you
All
look
right.
backwards in the blue room and you see, like, very quickly because you're in a combat, but you see a massive pile of scrap with more scrap coming out of chutes in the ceiling every second.
Ooh.
And there are Arcanrite relict beasts, like animals that they have subjected to this process with wagons, and dudes, like relic dudes with shovels loading up these wagons. And that's what you see through the blue room.
I don't think
Which
I
I will
want
also-
to
yeah.
mess with that just
I will also
yet.
say that it is 100% a combat encounter. Like, if you
Yeah.
go in that room, we will be doing
No, they'll
it.
be reasonable. They're the wagon union.
Well, we
They're
can't mess
not
with the
reasonable.
union.
All right, so Whistlefo in chat has given you all boons this round.
Yo.
Plus D6
Nice.
to your actions.
So I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna step forward 2
Okay.
and use Astra like straight up and then
Whoa.
cross there to hit that.
How far is the cross?
2.
Oh my god, so you're going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
this guy.
No.
Okay.
No, yeah,
No,
no.
it
There's a
doesn't.
blank space there. I am at an
that's really
oblique
good.
angle.
Like Taylor Swift, you have a
So
blank space,
there,
baby.
Would you like to roll damage
got
or
a
just
space,
obliterate
baby?
these creatures?
Go to
'cause,
space, baby.
I mean, I don't know if I have to roll
Space!
damage because they're just one, right?
Yeah, so they are minions, so they take the
Boom.
damage automatically. I'm gonna double check to see if there aren't any like you can't do automatic damage against minion rules.
Man, that would make this game drag so long.
Make things
But
very.
what if I just reminded you that they were frostbitten also, and would die next turn anyway?
Yeah, you're right.
Look at you, big old bossy pants wizard lady.
It
Is it
seems pretty good.
is it bossy? Because I felt like that was very gentle.
Yeah.
I bet you were being bossy to them.
All right, chaff.
Oh my God, we're the boss monsters.
Yeah, I don't see any specific rules, so I'm gonna rule that
They
these
just
dudes
die.
Is that
Okay.
like the movie sequel tie-in to Boss Baby?
Yeah, it's real upsetting.
I know you always end up talking about Boss Baby on this stream.
Y'all are the worst.
Do you? I think this is the first Boss Baby conversation I've
I
had.
have Boss Baby confirmation bias. All right,
In that you love that movie.
Can I choose not to have that boon activate yet? Cause
oh yeah, it's your next
Alright,
action
cool.
to which a boon would apply, and you don't roll for this one, so it doesn't apply.
Cool.
Yeah. So, would you please describe for me how you obliterate these 4 creatures? Hold on. I'll wait for you to finish, and I'll do it.
Nausicaa, just sort of one hand balancing this child on her shoulder, and another, like, I guess taking, like, the, deck of cards that they carry, and, just flicking their wrist, and the cards just, like, unfold in, like, kind of almost
Ooh.
rope-like fashion to just strike, and then it splits, and it
Nice.
fucking explodes. And Nausicaa just pats the child like, "See, you're fine."
Yeah, the kid is still very upset, but for a second it's just like, whoa! Like, has the big anime, like, glittery, glistening eyes.
Gotta believe in the heart of the
He
cards.
just goes right back to crying.
God damn you.
I know.
Yeah. I have ruled executively that these relict mobs are particularly desiccated, and as such, do not have the Defiance rule because I don't want to keep track of it. Sorry, chat, we're not doing that. Double killing minions is a real pain in the ass.
Yep.
So, that is your first round. You get a second round because I fucking skipped your turn like an asshole. Excuse my language. We should probably try to curse less, and that's mostly me, talking to myself. What are you going to do on your next turn?
I think on my next turn,
Rather than make a hypercube, we'll just need to make a non-Euclidean
Gonna,
space in which that doesn't happen when you put 5d4 together. Or it actually forms a complete thing. That'd make me happy.
Oh, you glitter, you clamp.
gonna sandwich myself in between Dallas and Fel.
These?
Yeah.
Sandwich!
And,
There's so many comments I wish I could make, but
I know. But, I am going to, okay, Kira's changed. Let's
please make my boo-boos go away.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, Fel is right there. You're gonna wait a second. I'm gonna, use Cure on Fel, to give them Vigor 1.
All right,
Oh, I
Vigor
have
one.
Vigor 1 because from the start of the fight, so...
You actually take 1 less damage?
No,
Or-
no.
No. Okay.
It just heals you one.
I accidentally deleted your hit points. Please wait. Okay, so that's 13 hit points and Vigor 1 for Fel.
Fel dies. Fel lives again.
I guess I got my teleportation back. Just not to where I was
Man.
expecting to go this
Dude.
morning.
DMing with chat assist is like easy mode. Like every single question I've had about rules, I'm just like, what about this? And chat's immediately like,
Okay, so our new service is we run like a live tech support for Dungeon Masters.
dude, I'm about it.
But actually, we are the dungeon masters, and they're the live tech support.
I guess
Sorry,
it only
chat.
works for like really vibrant communities though. Like people are
Twitch
pretty
plays
serious about
DMing.
Icon.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I actually have an RPG design for that we can talk about later. Anyway.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, chat.
So, that was Nadia's 2 turns. The one she gets for free, and the one because we totally skipped over her. So now I get to activate some kind of relict Necron monster. And it's got to be this guy again, because he's somehow inexplicably managed to survive. So he has to go again. I think I want to move and try and escape my inevitable demise by going 3 squares over here. I have a Great Summon, which costs 2 and recharges on a 6, where I summon a Relic Soldier, but I don't have the stats for a Relic Soldier in front of me, and I don't want to. So I'm just going to make more of these mains.
2 more.
Yeah. So because of the way that I Photoshop did that, I'm going to say that he shoots a lightning bolt into the single Relic Skulk, and
And
it
it
just
splits.
meiotically splits into 2 more. They just emerge out of the first one.
Y'all got that.
Kind of transdimensionally.
Y'all got that.
All right. So that's his cool turn. And now it is back to you guys. And just for ease of use, I'm going to have the minions go last every time so I can just do them all at once.
All right. So what are we feeling?
Doesn't matter to me.
Big Draken Cross, I don't think is an ability they have yet.
Yeah,
they're
we're
definitely-
only
Do you
level
have a
1.
good
They're level 1.
multi-hit attack or no?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Well, do you have something that can clear up the guys around me so I can mop up the rest? Or no?
Yeah, sorry about the Photoshop styles. I'm still figuring out this method of dungeon mastering.
Maybe.
What can you do?
Ooh, 3 more people until we can give this game away.
Yeah, buddy. If we get to 12,
Yo.
we're going to do a board game giveaway. So stay tuned. Star Cartel, certified used board game. Not in print, guaranteed. Only chance you're ever going to get this game.
Sucks to be that guy.
Kickstarter exclusive.
Mike Wazowski?
You just got covered
I can't
over.
believe I'm on the cover of a board game.
Yep.
I'm mathing currently. Keep vamping.
I like
bigger
math.
screen.
This is
be
what they
better
pay
for
me
me
the
to go
big bucks
first?
for. Let me figure this out.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in on the quadrant that matters?
Enhance. I just got to make sure that it's relatively viewable.
take your time.
We're good.
Okay, thank you. That's good. But it doesn't really matter. There's no really good way for me to deploy what I got because I'd rather be standing in your space.
So,
So ask them politely to move.
you know what I can do?
I think you got this. I think I'm gonna clear up our backfield.
Wait, let me actually read my chain whip again.
Dallas good out here.
Yeah, I think you got this, champ. I believe in you.
All right, so what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go up one, and then I'm going to attack these guys with my line 3 attack.
The Demon Cutter?
Yes.
All right.
What does True Strike do?
That's a great question that I don't know the answer to.
All right then.
One
Chat, figure it out for me.
True Strike, what it do? I'm just gonna have chat open in case they get to it before I do. Ignores various dodge stuff that these guys don't have.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, chat.
So I gotta roll to hit these guys, and I have a boon as well on this.
This is very much. It reminds me of when I used to run games out on the shop floor, and people would just come by and either give advice or commentary. Like it very much has that vibe.
So that's 11, 12.
12 is gonna do it. These guys are not, turbo badasses.
Okay, well they take D6 damage.
Okay, so they get murked.
Got him.
Hey, chat, do you know if I draw 5 cards for each time we enter a fight, or if I am supposed to keep it from
This
the
is
last
one of the ones that I actually know, which is you keep the cards that you have and you draw up to 5. That was one of the things that got errata in 1.2.
Okay, so Now I just need to remember which ones I had.
Backfield's clear.
Yo.
Tell me that's in character dialogue as you put that giant sword on your shoulder. Hell yeah.
That's Dallas, baby.
Okay. So now I get to have a man's go. So you say backfield's clear, and this creature sort of floats up a little bit and spawns 2 guys in your backfield.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Backfield's not clear.
Scratch that.
Hey, he can keep setting them up. I'll keep knocking them down.
All right.
Oh, my gun does electrified damage.
Yeah, it has a
Okay.
blight now.
Yeah, so I can. I can
told you you
do the
had
thing.
this.
Yeah.
Design.
Tazine?
Lasagna?
Ah, yes, my favorite of the Italian dishes, lasagna. It's not delivery, it's lasagna.
Lasagna? Is that Italian design?
It's the new DiGiorno's lasagna.
I was trying to go to Google Drive, and I did a typo, and I accidentally went to Google.
It just smacks of a St. Stephen's festival.
So I got speed 5. Can I move through enemies or no?
You cannot move through enemies? Question mark, chat? I know that the stalwart you can't move through.
I know enemies can move through you, except for
think
me, but
you might be able to actually move through enemies. I don't know what penalties might apply. So let's pull up movement, and I'll have chat over here. Moving through enemy. No moving through enemies unless you have phasing. Got it.
Okay, do I have phasing? I don't think so. I think I got other things.
man,
I
I'm telling you,
got
we should just make this a
extended
paid
dash,
service.
Dude, this is so
Stealth
good.
skirmisher,
That's how we should playtest every
Aether
RPG.
shell,
Yeah, playtest every RPG with
Run and
the
gun.
hive mind of Icon Discord at our
Jedi.
disposal, please.
So unfortunately, I don't remember which cards I had
cool, just
last
draw
time we
5.
left off. So I'm just gonna draw up to 5
Yep.
with this new spread that I made on my tarot app for Icon.
Nice.
So we got
Oh, you guys are playing Icon? Oh, I'm playing Acorn.
It's a squirrel. I would play a squirrel RPG.
so we got 9.
Yeah, you can change it to Acorn.
2,
Tom, you're the best.
4.
You know it.
Chad is telling me that I
right.
accidentally took a giant crap on Cass's character and made this very difficult for you with the minions and the tight spaces.
Yeah, the fact that I
Alright.
can't teleport anymore and have
Yeah,
to.
well, you know what?
I only get 1 light action. I only get to shoot once.
Maybe you should
Yes.
change places with me.
Also, I will point out that that dude only has 2 hit points and he's within range.
Oh, yeah,
However, shooting in melee does give you a minus d6, but you have a boon from chat, which cancels it out. So it might be worth it. To
But
try and
also,
take
he's
that
just
out.
within melee range of me, right?
I mean, yeah, if you want to whip him with a big old chain.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip him
Yeah.
with a big old chain.
Well, I gained a hit point on my turn.
Is your chain line or arc? Because if it's line, you're going to have problems.
So when a card is used, does it just get shuffled back into the deck?
Yeah, I think it goes into a discard, and then when you run out of cards, you draw.
Ah, got it.
Heavy ranged magical attack, hell yeah.
Range.
So it is still ranged, so you're going to deal with the penalties again. So you have a Bane, which is a negative d6, because you are in melee. But chat gave you a boon,
Yep.
and Banes and boons cancel out. So you roll a flat d20, and the target you're trying to hit is a 10.
That should be our game name, Banes and Boons.
Banes and boons! Welcome to the Banes and Boons stream.
12.
Got to 12, heavy
Yep.
damage, probably going to kill that. And I'll go ahead and enhance on the guy you're trying to murder.
Enhance.
It's this guy on the left over here, chat.
Degrade.
Yep. What's his?
I mean, I could put a gloss on
Sharpen.
it.
Yes.
2d8.
Can you
2d8.
pixelate it?
5 and a
blur.
7.
Yo, we want to do a special effects kill? Alright, 1 second.
Can you do Toasty Man?
So you whip out with your chain and he just dematerializes. Blah!
Wait, bring him back. Bring him back. Send him out again.
Yeah!
I think you just got the special effects Oscar.
There you go.
Yep. Everyone, clap.
Oh no. Hey. Okay, thank you guys, thank you.
Round of applause.
Alright, so we got rid of one of the 3 dudes who spawns more dudes. That seems good.
I'm
And
so
then,
scared of a steel chair showing
do I
up
get
again.
to?
It's really not that
Do I
bad.
get to do any movement after that?
I'm
Or?
so it scares me so much.
did
I'd
you-
survive this.
You didn't
the
move on your turn.
Steel
right?
chair
Right.
again.
No, you can still move.
All right.
Third steel chair.
I'm
killer,
gonna-
though.
Run.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Let me see. 1, 2. I'm gonna go there.
You're going to
Nice.
hide behind me and a child.
Alright, so for
Yeah.
chat's benefit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I really need you to deal with the guys spawning the guys. I'll deal with the
Yeah.
mobs.
Yeah.
Putting you in range of another one of them dudes.
I'm
Yeah.
just glad to be here.
Do I want to go that? No, I want to go that way.
I wouldn't be.
I'm just
wanna end up
happy
here
for the
instead?
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you step on
Maybe
this
throw a heel
platform
my way.
and you immediately have the arcane primal knowledge that it is an elevator going down.
This is down. I don't want to go down yet,
Yeah,
but
if
this
you-
is down.
That's
If
where the
you
loot is.
Focus your intent on going downwards. This elevator will transport you into a new cube underneath this one.
My work here is not finished yet.
If you're not dashing, the
What are
two
you, a
spaces
raid?
next to the bad guy cost 2 each.
Ah.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
So that's difficult terrain if you're next to a guy, which makes sense.
So how
So-
does that work
So-
then?
1, 2.
And then that
3.
would be 2.
No,
and then
no.
the other one would be
One through the ally,
this one where Dallas is.
Yeah, he's still next
That
to
would
a
be
guy.
2.
but
Ah.
and here since I'm next to a dude.
Would also cost, and you're still next to a dude here. So the best
Even
you
though
can do
even though I
is-
started adjacent to that dude.
I think so. We should probably look up how engagement works. 1 second, chat.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop,
Dun-na, dun-na.
Ba 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 ba
boop, 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 boop.
ba 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 ba.
Exiting spaces next to hostile characters cost +1 movement stacks with difficult terrain.
Huh.
All right.
Yeet.
So what do I get to do then? How much? And moving past enemies, how does that work?
Okay, so both of these are hostile spaces, right? Because you are still adjacent to this guy. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you could go 5 if you wanted this way or this way. Actually, no, you can't because now you're adjacent to this guy.
So
This
just
is
right
as
there.
far as you can.
That's fine. I'm within range of that guy at least.
Indeed. All right, thank you, chat.
Cool.
Chat, enforcement of the rules, not always helpful, but we
Actually-
like to see it.
Actually, let me read my abilities though.
Yeah, you might have some ignore engagement stuff.
You could also shoot. Oh no, you already attacked this turn. Never mind.
Moving past is
Your
totally
dash action
fine.
can be taken for
Sneaky
one action,
freelancer
prowl, one
nonsense
action.
around corners is allowed.
Yeah, so
Gains
moving within their
self-skirmish
engagement is
range,
what
diagonally
doesn't
dodge.
cost movement, I think. I actually really like that rule. That's way better than
Yeah.
opportunity attacks while still having
Yeah.
engagement matter.
I also love the implication that each of these is a panopticon.
They're just at all times like.
Just everywhere around me is
All right,
dangerous.
so that was your go. So now I get
Mm-hmm.
to go. This guy spawned some mans. This guy hasn't gone yet. I don't think. So he's just gonna spawn some more creatures. Probably he's gonna go like this way.
They can go over surfaces?
Yeah, he can fly.
Oh no.
And then he's gonna spawn.
I
some more
thought we were
creatures
safe on the beams.
over here.
No, the beans. The cat's beans.
So he's gonna try and spread them out because they are vaguely aware of your AOE shenanigans.
Mess him up. Mess him up hard.
Okay, it's back to you guys. Or if you all gone.
You haven't gone yet.
Yeah, when I butchered those two guys
Oh
in
yeah.
front of me.
Yeah, never mind.
So
Yeah,
now
you
his
do go.
minions go.
Yep.
Okay.
Do the ones who are freshly spawned get to go this turn?
Yes.
Dang.
Technically, they actually get to go right after the person who spawned them, but for convenience, I'm just putting them all at the end.
Yep.
Because, oh man, there's so many of them. You guys are really bottlenecked them, though, so that's good.
Yeah, we should just stay where we are. We can only ever get attacked by one of them at a time, excluding the two guys who fly with range attacks.
Well, it's good because there's difficult terrain in front of me and they can't move more than 2 spaces.
Okay. So these two that are adjacent to Nausicaa
Fuck.
are going to make attacks because there are 2 of
Dude,
them.
you have like
they
a
get to
million
deal light
defense.
damage.
They do get boons because I am just taking the hits for this child.
Okay.
So,
Gonna make sure the child doesn't get hit.
yep.
So blue goes to blue, red goes to black. That's gonna be a 7 and then a critical.
Oof. 7 does not hit.
Okay. So the critical hit, the light gets upgraded to a heavy. It's gonna be 7 damage.
Oof. Alright. So, I'm down to 9.
Not looking good.
Did
But
you heal yourself?
it did stack up real nice for you.
Mm-hmm.
Down
That
to
was
9.
real polite of them, though.
And then these 2 are gonna attack Dallas. Same sort of thing.
Dallas don't care.
Dallas don't care. The best I did was a 9.
That will hit.
A 9 hits?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be 2d6. I
We
got a
gotta get you
3
some
and a
armor.
4, and armor applies to both, so
So 3 becomes a 1.
it's a 1 and a 2.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
right. Does armor
good
take away
12.
a point of damage?
Yes, because
Per
one
point of armor,
critical.
yes.
Okay, so I am actually at 10, not 9.
Sounds good. Awesome.
Like I said, Dallas don't care.
All right. I've done as much as it is possible to do within the map that I designed for this encounter. Good job, guys. Good positioning.
Love the idea that they're just trying to cram themselves on this.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
horrible
No,
bridge.
no, no,
Have
no.
you guys seen Kingdom, that Korean zombie movie? There's
I
all
love
those-
that.
Oh yeah.
So,
All
so
those
good.
times the zombies are like all piled up
Piling
trying to get
on.
in. Like that's exactly what's happening here. Except for they're weirdly not falling off the ledge on purpose, almost as if they're unable to. Like there's like a dog fence around them or something.
Like they
Anyway,
got magnets on
so
their feet.
one of you
All right,
three.
I'm
gets to go.
gonna go first because I'm gonna do something that Will's been waiting for me to do.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
gonna throw my sword.
Gonna throw your sword.
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm gonna throw it to the left.
Okay. How does it work?
Okay, so it's line 3.
Okay.
wait, to the left?
Yeah.
That?
Yes. I know left and right, Cass. Thank you.
But you got 3 guys that way.
Oh, I'm aware.
All right. So how does? Tell me what happens.
Okay, so you hurl your weapon in a 3-line area of effect, dealing fray damage to characters it passes through.
Okay.
Place your weapon at the end of the line or as close as possible. Your weapon becomes a piece of terrain, height 1, while it's out. You can't attack while it's out. You may move into an adjacent square at the start of your turn, or start your turn there.
Oh,
You-
I see what he's doing.
You may pick up your weapon, ending this effect. Any characters standing on your weapon when you pick it up are shoved to the side. And then as an effect at the start of my turn, I may teleport directly adjacent to it.
It's on account of he can teleport to us.
And also as a heroic action, which I'll activate this turn, when it lands, it releases a blast 1 explosion. Characters caught in that area must make a save or take light physical damage.
What was
A
that
moment
last
of-
part? I was double checking that fray damage does in fact kill minions.
I'm using one of my heroic actions to
Hell yeah.
when my weapon lands, it makes a blast 1 explosion as an area of effect. Characters caught in the area must save or take light physical damage.
Light physical. All right, so I'm gonna make a bunch of saves for these little guys.
I
There's-
don't happen to be.
Well, those
in
two
that
just get
glass, do I?
Yeah.
The 2 that you're
I am.
throwing through just get hit, right?
Correct.
I
Because the
think
sword.
you are also in the area.
Yeah.
of class.
All right.
No, Cass is right.
Never mind. The sword is actually going right here,
Yeah.
Nadia. So you're good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Because
I made sure I did that right.
Thank
It's
you.
everything in all the surrounding
Yeah.
squares.
Dude, minions. I don't think minions in 4th edition minions. No, it's only if they save for half. They don't take the half, and that doesn't kill them. If they fail to save for sure, they die. Nothing else makes sense. So we're gonna go with that. So they need to roll a 10 or a higher to
There's
not die.
3
I'm
of
gonna
them.
do 2.
No, there's 2.
Are you gonna use your boon for this?
No,
Okay.
because there's no
Okay.
roll.
Wow,
That's true.
3 failed saves. So, do you want to describe it or do you want me to do it?
You go ahead.
Okay.
You love describing my sword.
I do
so.
love me describing something. You finally threw the sword, which is awesome.
But the sword finally got good enough to throw.
So you guys are like coordinating the fight, like they're over here, backline's clear, backline is full again. And then you're like, I got it. And you pull your sword and you hold it like a spear, like, "Ugh," and you're like looking down this lane. And then out of nowhere, you just whip around 180 degrees and jump and spike it into the ground with sufficient force that it creates a shockwave that sends all of these relics clattering into their component parts off the sides. Your sword is over there now.
Yeah,
I'll make a little-
I was gonna say you do need an icon for because it's a piece of terrain now.
What about like a diamond?
Sure, whatever you want.
Do like a light gray.
Sure.
Not too light, though. It
You
would
could
become the
teleport there,
terrain.
right?
Yes. Well, I can teleport adjacent to it.
Doesn't matter this time. Enemies actually save on a 12 plus. Good to know. It was a 2, a 7, and a 9. So,
Dead as hell.
Got him.
all right. So that was your sweet turn. I'm gonna go ahead and have some of these dudes go. We're gonna see if we can't do a ranged attack on this lady. Try and kill her, and also make one guy. So we'll just stack up a person over here. Make a ranged attack. We're doing a +1 against Nausicaa. So
Okay.
we got to get a 10. That's a 4. So it shoots an eldritch blast that goes wide. The kid's like, wow! Hits the wall, sizzles, but you're good to go.
All right.
Who would like to go next?
I am.
Am I within range of hitting that?
1, 2, 3. You're in within range of hitting both.
Are they both?
Still full health?
Yes, they're both still full health.
Alright. Well, I think. Does this do AoE damage or anything? No, just.
Dude, it's so crazy that your heavy chain might just kill one of them outright.
Yeah, I'm just going to use the chain against the guy on the right.
You can move the chains.
Yeah, the guy on the right is good because he hasn't gone yet.
And do I have any negative effects, any bonus effects?
You have you don't have a bonus from chat. You have a negative because there's a guy next to you.
Okay.
You
So,
might roll minus a d6. Natural 20 minus 5 is a 15. A palpable hit. Not a critical, though, because you
No.
have to actually get a 20 total.
yep.
Wow.
And
So,
then,
even with the little relict minion playing like NBA defense, you don't care about that. You lean up, you look over,
nah,
smash
son.
that man with your holy chain. For 10 damage! Role-playing games are good!
Get
Alright.
Get got.
Slap.
I feel
Partner.
like we have to bust out another special effect, so I'll zoom in this time.
See, if you were a cat boy, you could just say that he just pat like cats do.
You just atomize this man with your
Ooh.
chain, just destroyed.
That one doesn't exist anymore.
Alright. Hell yeah. Alright, I think that was maybe everyone except for maybe Nausicaa, or did you go this round already?
Nausicaa is not gone.
Alright, your go.
You gonna move that way a
Left
little?
one up 3.
Okay.
And
Up
then,
3?
Yeah.
That was 3. Like 1, 2, 3.
One
So-
more.
Yeah, there. And then Astra to the right.
Yep. So you're gonna hit this guy and all
Yeah.
3 of these dudes. Woo! It's extremely good.
And it combos, so the flying dude is frostbitten now.
Dang. Alright, bust out our sweet frostbitten double star cyan.
And
joy.
it does
Oh no.
light damage for 3.
Got it. Alright, let me catch up here real quick. Okay. So it does 3 damage. So these dudes are all vaporized. And this man's will take 3 down to 7.
Does it go to
Oh, no.
like one, like it goes here and then 1, 2, or is that counted as 1?
What do you mean?
Okay. So here
Uh-huh.
is that counted as 1, or does it go 1,
You went
2?
bop.
It's cross 2, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the cross
Cross-
2 and then it's line 2. So yeah, I think the cross extends from the line.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's, mighty fine laser beam.
Yeah, the Astra is real life. That's a very good ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
So that was all of the players' actions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have this guy go, and you will take some frostbite damage, as is his wont.
It's so cold.
Down to 6.
As opposed to up this time.
With his last
No,
breath, he will
no
create
overflow.
2 more
More dudes.
peoples.
Beeples.
Beeples.
He will sort of checkmate himself like this, so that he can't be sorted on. Hopefully,
I mean, no one's safe from being thrown
no
at.
one is safe from the sorting.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys are gonna go. This guy is gonna stay where he is. These guys are gonna pile in. So we're gonna get some attacks on Dallas.
Sure.
Exciting times. +1. I got a 7
That'll miss.
and a 19.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 5 damage.
Okay. So it becomes
then
3.
This guy is going to attack you, and if he hits, he'll do like a whopping 2 damage, I think. No, it's not even. Okay, he rolls a nat 1, so no. He does not hit you. Okay, so back to the top. Looks like the party's going to be able to close it out with any casualties.
You just look down at this bug-like creature like,
Oh.
are you trying to attack me?
All right, so chat says the cross comes out from the space of the first guy you hit with the attack.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So I don't actually get to choose where. All right, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think it mattered this time, is what
That's
they're
fair,
saying.
though.
All right. Okay, so it's back to you guys.
I'm going to teleport to my weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That frees you up to do your thing.
Yep.
Without having me
Is
involved.
teleporting an action?
It is an effect. At the start of your turns, you may teleport it to adjacent to your weapon.
Okay, so you just do that, and you have the rest of your turn. Is there anything else you want to do? You can just throw it again.
I mean, I could. In fact, I will.
Okay.
Yep, and then yeet it at the,
These guys back here.
Yes.
Radius this guy.
Yes.
All right, so this just...
Well, no, it has to go to the full distance.
So where does it go?
So it's line 3.
Okay.
So it has
One,
to go...
two,
The,
three.
yeah, it has to
So-
stop at him.
Your boy might take some damage.
Only if I burst it.
Okay. So you're just going to throw it
What
in
am I
Yeah,
at?
so it's just going to take... he's just going to take...
What am I at?
13 and 1 vigor.
I'm not hurting you, so
I'll
don't
be
worry.
fine.
It doesn't matter. I'm also going to... More to the fact, because he's terrain that stops them from moving through it.
All right, then.
So he's going to take fray damage.
Grand
is 2.
Levincross is excellent for enforcing personal space. It's pretty good. Oh man, dude, what is that even? Okay, so you spike your sword into the ground so hard it explodes, creating like shrapnel of metal, killing 9 guys or something. Then you DBZ teleport, pick it back up, turn around, throw it at another guy and kill him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nothing.
I did
personnel,
a
kid.
circuit on the professional javelin tour
That-
for a while.
that's dope.
Before the wars.
This RPG pretty good, you guys.
Yeah.
This RPG pretty good.
And like I said, that more to the point, that cuts that square off and thus that entire route
Nice.
for you being able to get flanked. Until I can go over there
I mean-
and bap them.
Can they move diagonally?
No, that's a special thing that you can do.
There we go.
So bap them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now it is your go.
Well, no, enemies.
I'd like
Enemies
to
go.
Yeah, it's enemies go.
You didn't go though, right?
No,
Cass didn't go.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
I went, now it's the enemy's turn.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
you were.
I did. He's the top of the key.
Yeah, because we actually have a reason.
I did
why
go.
we're
I
doing this
I vaporized the guy.
here. So now I have to make these minions go one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this minion is gonna go. It's gonna attack Nadia.
Did I go?
Not yet. But it is a minion turn.
Yeah,
We're
we're at
on-
the top of a
okay.
round where there are so few enemies that we have to actually
okay.
stagger them,
Yeah.
which is what I just now caught up on that.
Yep.
All right, so a guy attacks you for 4 and misses, and now you can go if you want.
Okay. Nausicaa is gonna take a step, 1 square down, and use a wild card
Sweet.
on the dude 3 spaces to the right.
This guy,
Yep.
just put a card in his space.
Yep.
Do like a tasteful
So
brown kind
what
of thing.
wild card does is
What
there's
color
now
brown
a
is that, Will?
card
Mobs
around
take turns 5 at a time. That makes sense.
All right.
So yeah, I'll have the rest of the mobs go next, and
Oh,
then
dear
we'll
Lord.
call it a wash.
there. All right. So when it is hit by an allied area of effect action, it explodes,
Oh, fun.
extending your area of effect space to encompass its area. So everything.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
explodes in a burst 1, right?
It says range 5.
Yes. It's a burst 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Your range on it is 5 squares.
Yeah. That's weird because it
But
says
didn't the
range
mobs
3.
all go because they don't they
see that real
can't?
quick.
What is the range of the wild card when it blows up? Chat, help us out.
Help.
But like those two guys there, what would they do?
I don't know.
Maybe that.
Oh, I
part-
think it only marks within range 3, but you summon it within range 5. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're right, that
that's-
is a bit weird.
Blast 1 extension of your AoE. So when you hit it
Yeah.
with an AoE, it explodes in Blast 1 and increases the size of it.
Yeah, okay, that's exactly as I thought it was.
So whatever your AOE was.
Yeah.
It could be 0.
Well, it's
then
any
it increases
AOE,
to
right?
Sorry,
1.
that should have been updated. I know I.
It's all right.
Okay.
But that for one action.
Yeah,
And
what's your
then-
second action?
Throw child.
Right off the ledge. It was
Nah,
a
we're done.
risk
Can
she
I-
assumed when she came in here.
Can I stack wild cards? Because it says wild cards can trigger other wild cards.
So yes, you can sack them, but you cannot take the same action twice in one turn.
Okay, fair. Okay, in that case,
Yeah, sorry I don't know all the rules. I'm still learning.
There's
Thanks
a
for
lot of
bearing with
rules
me.
to learn in new RPGs.
Yeah, especially this one. This is an
Yep.
extremely crunchy RPG. Which I'm down with.
Yeah.
Going to Let's say, yeah, I'm gonna bless spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
Blessing for your boy. So this is the thing that you have that you can give people that they can spend to get a tarot card reading
Yes.
for a specific magical effect.
Yes.
Dope.
The effects that I have right now are the Fool, the Ewer, Death, the Papessa, and the Moon.
Super important question. What color do you want the blessing to be?
Let's go with like a really nice pink.
Really nice pink. Coming right up. How nice is this pink? How about that?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good.
I don't want to do hot pink.
So the Fool makes you immediately dash 3 towards the nearest enemy and get hatred until the end of your next turn. The Ewer cleanses you and all characters adjacent to you, hostile or allied. Death gives you defiance.
Hell yeah.
That's it. Papessa pacifies you, and you gain regen 1 while pacified.
Ooh.
I'm assuming that means you cannot attack.
Makes sense.
And the Moon, you get evasion until the end of your next turn.
Ooh.
So I imagine for you,
Wrap him up.
probably the Moon.
The wrap-up box.
Do not wrap me up.
But, you know,
Wrap him up.
you choose when that blessing kicks in.
All right. I'm going to have the rest of the minions go, and then it's going to be back to you guys to finish out the round. This guy can go 1, 2, 3. He's going to go this way. And then this guy's going to stack up over here. And that's their cool turn. It's unfortunate. So this guy will be able to make an attack, I think.
Oh boy.
He will go hiya. If he hits you, he gets to do a d6. He does hit for a 19.
Mm-hmm.
For a grand total of 4 damage.
Oof.
Armor.
1, so I am down to 7.
Also, well, I'm at 9 hit points.
Okay. Fix the hit point totals here.
You just set me to 10 because I'm about to go to 10 at the start of my turn.
All right.
I think it might be time to chain whip a fool.
So are we at the bottom or the top of the round?
We're in the middle. I haven't gone yet.
Okay.
You've gone.
He's the
You've
last
gone.
to go, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are at the bottom of the round.
Yes.
All right.
I
will say that if you manage to kill this guy, we'll call the fight.
Yeah. Let's get to swinging. Do I still have a minus on him or no?
No.
No,
you're good.
because I got
There's
no
nobody
enemies
in the
around.
way.
Do I have any boons on me right now?
No, you do not.
Nope. All right. Let's roll this.
You kind of
Pacify
just have
cast-
this blessing.
Okay.
Well, that's a
unfortunate.
4.
That's not good.
Do I have anything to not?
Speak for yourselves. I can hurl my goddamn sword at him.
No, not really.
Unfortunate. Tell you what, chat. If you what'd you get?
4.
4 plus 1 is 5. Even if you got a boon, you'd have to roll a 5 on a d6. So even if chat gave you a boon, you'd have to. It would still only be a 33% chance.
Yeah.
Oh shit! We're going for it. Roll d6.
All right then.
Yeah! 5.
You did it, chat.
I like.
Boom!
I like
All
the
right.
internet. All right, let's roll some. We still have to roll damage and get a
God.
6
Come on,
on
guys!
2d8. Exactly 6.
Got
Let's
there.
go, dude. Let's go.
I mean, 5 would have been sufficient as well.
Dude, with the
because he's
chat
frosty.
boost. All right, one more time with that sweet, sweet Gaussian blur special effect.
Nice to meet you.
I have
All
the
right, then.
strangest feeling that we have only succeeded due to outside forces.
That is very in character for a mendicant seer, though. You're definitely aware
Ma'am,
of
we'll take what we can get.
There's
Maybe-
outside forces at work
maybe
here.
like 5 to 7 spiritual beings watching and talking about your combat as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the combat. You're able to search the remains of these Archonrites for 1 additional dust each. And you're able to find also, as you sort of like cast about the room where the machine disassembled, a piece of it that you can use as a weapon or tool. I'm going to randomly generate a piece of Archonrite technology
I'm gonna use an elixir.
using my sweet story dice. You can use an elixir to regain half of your hit points.
Half total or like what I have?
half of your starting hit points. So for
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yep, same.
So,
I'm
what's
gonna go
that?
to 17.
All right. So I rolled a mountain and a fortress, chat. So I'm going to say that this is a pair of armor-up boots that you can strap on, activate one time. You cannot move while they're active, but you gain sturdy and +1 armor on top of what you have until you deactivate them. At which point they don't work anymore. They're a one-time thing, but you can pick a spot, not move, get +1 armor and sturdy.
What?
I generated a random Arcanite piece of tech for you guys to use.
You take the boots.
Oh, okay.
So it's a one-shot magic item that you can use to reduce your move speed to 0, but gain +1 armor and sturdy, which means that people can't move through you.
Yeah, all right.
You can't be moved as well. All right, so I don't know if that's balanced or not. I made that up on the fly. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to pick maybe a new room to explore? It's not
Blue.
immediately clear what the exit is.
We don't want to. We
We are-
don't want to take the elevator down.
No, we already know what's in the blue room. That's the best option. We know what to prepare for.
I mean, we can also just
Yeah, I
look
mean,
in the other
I
rooms.
got my notes ready. You can take a peek in the other rooms. I definitely don't have another combat encounter prepped, but we can get one started if you guys want to explore a little bit.
Nausicaa like shivers as she like thinks about how there's a disturbance in the force and decides not to tell the others.
Okay. The
It's
party
not-
is not yet aware that Chad is watching. That's good.
It's like 1,000 souls cried out all at once and then were silenced.
And gave our enemies a steel chair.
I still vote blue.
Thank you, chat.
So you guys want to go blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. all
Sounds
right.
like it.
Okay. So you guys carefully enter, and I have like a placeholder image that I can use while I sort of narrate this. Just for the purposes of role-playing as well, the relics are sort of like pre-programmed entities. Nope.
Oh man, this is very Final Fantasy-esque. I'm picturing just a really passionate aria in the background,
Spookums.
and there's like some overly dramatic villain about to monologue.
Yeah. So the scene that you guys find is essentially
Tall child.
multiple. Okay, let me actually.
That's your complaint.
I mean,
I mean, the fact that
I will
I'm the shortest person in the party all of a sudden.
I'll shrink the child. There you go.
Thank you.
Not to scale.
Well, no, she needs to be taller than me though.
All right, hold on.
And now you gotta shrink the child again.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
So the scene that you guys find yourselves sort of taking in is what I previously described to Nadia, which is there are these massive chutes on one side of the room that are just disgorging all kinds of junk, like glowing artifacts, random rusty gears. Sometimes an entire broken Arcanite will just fall out. You see one of the ones you fought that fell off the side lands in this pile where Arcanite sort of minions are loading it into relic beasts that are then taking it over to the other side of the room where there are various chutes, and they're sort of like raking it with like hand tools to separate out the various bits and putting them into different chutes that are going elsewhere.
Can I see an item get dumped into one chute and then come back into the room?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like one of
Yeah.
them just like you're like, hold on, I just saw that go through. Like,
fucking does Fel just
That's the
throw
same-
a
We only
random
have
one?
7 different robot part sprites. Okay, they're gonna repeat.
so
Yeah, I throw an item into one that comes back out. Huh.
the relics don't
All right,
seem
then.
to. They seem to be focused on their task. They're the ones nearest to you. The kid who you are carrying is still like miserable, like like very sad, and
Just mildly patting her on
like
the back.
one
just
one
like,
relic like whips over to the noise and sort of like clocks you guys. You can make a roll to attempt to traverse this room without combat if you want.
I rake items onto a relict beast.
Do you pretend
Just
to be
like,
a robot?
yeah,
Okay.
just a business as usual.
Fellow relics.
What skills do we have here? Yeah, I don't know if there's a skill for this. feel
I
like
guess it would be charm.
Yeah, I think it's charm. You're just like, oh, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Or traverse.
It's gonna be charm.
Snake? Snake? Is it snake?
All right, so it's a 2 because I don't have charm. And
Well, I thought you had. Never mind.
no, I have command. So I could be like, we're robots, but
So you go over to start to rake some of this stuff, and the kid's like, I don't think that's gonna. And then all of the Archerites like look over, and their eyes turn red, and we go immediately into another combat, which we will start at the beginning of next week. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It's been an
Thank
you,
absolute
chat.
pleasure. Shout
The kid
out in
died.
particular to Mount
no.
Twiggy Wig for all of their excellent rules, as well as FFZDF for helping me out with the rules. Much appreciated. Gotta say, kind of love this game. I'm
yeah,
super
it's
into
really
it.
fun.
Catch us next week for yet a completely different combat with some new and exciting creatures that I'm really excited to stat up, actually. I don't know how I'm going to represent a giant relict beast, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh boy.
All right.
We shall see.
We're going to go check to see if there's anybody that we want to raid before
Maybe
calling
an
it
acorn
evening.
stream.
No.
No, 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 no.
Raid channel. No, we're good. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming out.
Bye,
If you
peoples.
want to support the stream, you can do so by subscribing or telling your friends about the channel is a really good way to do it for free. Or if you want to buy nerd stuff, you can go to theendgames.co, use the coupon code TEGSTREAM, get 5% off. All of these are completely viable options. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It's been an absolute pleasure. It was super fun